Right,
oh my
go.
god, it's so high.
You gotta shoot him right in the eye.
Oh god.
Hey guys, it's Jaffe. We wanted to share with you some of the updates we did this week for Drawn to Death. I'm going to bring in little Davey Vera, who did a lot of these, or all of these late last night, and we will talk about what they are, really. We'll keep it brief, because you don't want to sit through the whole fucking thing. But come on in.
I'm coming.
Okay, so, what did we do? Let's talk about it. We did Scorchy, we nerfed Scorchy.
We nerfed Scorchy.
Detail on that is area of effect, or the hit radius is smaller.
The hit radius is smaller. We didn't tweak the damage at all, but we did adjust the attenuation of the blast. So instead of always getting that constant 30 hit points per impact, no matter where you were in the vicinity of that impact, now it'll be a nice, smooth, gradual descent from 30 to 0.
And then we also slowed the fire rate a little bit, so you couldn't just go bang bang.
Right.
It's a little bit of a break.
So you'll definitely have a harder time getting the exploitative deaths that you want to get.
Yeah. So we did Sexy Beast. So the problem with Sexy Beast was we just had the ranges way out, and we didn't have enough ranges to kind of drop off granularly. God damn it, gradually. So that's better now, right? It's still a very powerful weapon, but instead of you being able to get like 60 points of damage from way too far away, you can get up to 90 if you're right in the guy's face, and then it kind of drops off.
Yeah. With the new Sexy Beast tunings, you're going to definitely want to keep this a very close range weapon. We've always gone with the philosophy that the Sexy Beast will be really powerful up close. With the long reload, this really makes that a reality.
Well, we hope. I mean, I think it does. You tell us. Johnny Savage's Punk Kick, we just added, it wasn't taking any of your stamina juice, or your Puke Punch, or whatever we're going to call it, when you did the kit, and so we turned that on. So it's still the same attack it was. I like to use it, so I like it, but you can't spam it like you could before. So that got changed. We buffed Devil's Riff, Johnny Savage's attack, so it doesn't do a lot more damage, but it does a little bit more damage on both the initial hit and the hit after. Alan's Throw, okay, so people were complaining, rightly so, that he would do 90 points of damage with the chainsaw throw, and then you could just rush right up and punch the guy because he was stuck. Now we basically do anywhere from 55 to 80 points of damage. You have to charge it up. We don't have any visual cues right now. It actually only does 55 or 80.
It's actually 50.
50 or 80. So if it's not fully charged, it'll do 50. If it's fully charged, it'll do 80. You have to kind of right now feel your way or instinctively figure out what it means to be fully charged. But I think you'll get it. In worst case, we'll put some effects on the next time.
Right.
But if you get a full hit, it's still devastating, but you can't just rush up immediately and punch the guy and he's dead. Diabla's Hat, I think we buffed it a little bit going in and out, maybe?
The outward bounce is buffed a little bit. We've let the damage the same on the return trip, but we've shortened the amount of time it hovers in midair when it's transitioning between the outward and the inward travels.
People were saying it was too easy to get headshots in the game, so you went in and you took collision?
Yeah, the head collision has been reduced slightly. It's not a drastic change. We're hoping that a subtle change will kind of make it feel a little better for the distant shots.
It's still bigger than the actual art of the head, but it's not like, it's not like if this is what the character looks like, that's not the collision.
No.
It's just a little bit outside of her head.
But we should note that
Snipe Anna. Elsa, fuck her, I don't care. Anna's the sweetest. Anyway.
But you should realize though that if the character does have a larger head, art-wise, the volume is going to represent that just a little bit more, but it shouldn't be exploited.
Golden Gun, we tweaked the percentage that it will appear in games because we really like it and we like how people have been playing with it. But it was so frequent that every game became the same script. It's like, oh, now it's Golden Gun time. And so now it's good. It's more like a spice now that kind of appears every now and then and hopefully changes up the game, but it's not like it was an hour ago where it was always out there. You want to talk about Quadzuka, the changes to Quadzuka?
So with Quadzuka, we got a lot of comments that the projectiles were really fast and that you could impart a lot of devastating attacks with this when it was fully charged.
And you could walk around with it charged all day long, which we still have because we couldn't fix that just with numbers.
Right. Unfortunately, that would require a change that would take a lot longer for us to get the tweaks out to you. So what we've done to kind of remedy that is just tweak the reload speed so it's slightly slower than our default one. It shouldn't be too impactful, but just enough that that it kind of prevents people from spamming it. The other change we made was slowing down the projectile. So now players have a chance to actually dodge out of the way if they see these things coming. And you should actually be able to see the projectiles coming and see however many you have. So if you have 3 charged up, 4 charged up, they should be visible.
But the main thing, I mean, obviously, if this doesn't work, we can deal with the charge in a future build, like in the next couple weeks or something.
Sure.
But, or hopefully in the next couple weeks, depends when we do an actual code push, which is just
a real master.
Yeah. But we have seen y'all's comments in the forums about, you know, especially, we'll talk about Cyborgula in a second, about Cyborgula, and on one slot he's got Scorchy, and on one slot he's got Quadzuka, and it's just OP. And so instead of limiting it to say, oh, this is an explosive slot, what we really want is we want every weapon to be balanced and have pros and cons in their own ways. So the idea of saying this weapon is more powerful or it's better, so you should only get one, really doesn't sit well with us, at least at the moment. Hopefully we can tune our way to something that feels balanced across the board. So we're hoping with the Scorchy change and the Quadzuka change, you guys will agree that it's much better. And then if you throw in Cyborgula, what do we do there?
With Cyborgula, we get a lot of complaints that it's really difficult to hit Cyborgula while he's in the air. So what we've done is slowed him down just a tad. So you'll still be able to hover for as long as you've been able to hover before. You just won't be quite as mobile, and it'll give everyone else a chance to kind of pick you off in the air.
Yeah, it's not his ground speed. When he's in the air, his flight speed's slower. It was set to 10, we set it to 5, so we cut it in half. It was horrible. It was sluggish as shit. So it's at 7 right now.
Yeah.
And it does seem to make a difference along when you partner that with Scorchy and Quadzuka being OP no longer, but let us know, obviously. We also got the message about, oh, maybe we shouldn't flap as much. That's easy to do. We can do that on the next tweak, but we wanted to try this first and see if this Pump and Dump has gotten a buff. The Shax has gotten, Shax hasn't gotten any more damage, but both Pump and Dump and Shax are easier to get hits with now. And in doing so, it feels like it's gotten a buff. The Shax distance that you need to hit the enemy to shoot the blade out or to cause the blade to come out before the minigame has been reduced. So you have to do more than 4 points. 4 points or more damage in order to get a blade to pop out, which means you have to be closer than you had to be earlier today, which allowed it to be, especially with the changes you made where it's easier to hit with, it was just way too OP. Does that make sense? That makes sense, right? Okay. Executioner?
The Executioner, we felt there was too much penalty on the actual Executioner when you did the slam down move, so what we tried to do, since that would also require a code change, we were able to tweak the damage so that the risk-reward factors increased in favor of that move. So now you have 55 points of damage when you do a slam down, and we've also tweaked the chain bonus that you get coming in and out to about 30 hit points. So if you get the timing right. So provided you're able to actually pull off this magical chain execution move on the Executioner, you can instantly kill somebody. However, that's really rare. It's really difficult. But you should feel like you've got a decent payoff if you manage to hit with any of the components of the axe itself. We've also tweaked the air attack. So if you do a jump and attack, you'll do a spin with your axe. We've reduced that because we found that it was actually pretty exploitative and was a faster way to deal more damage than to just do the normal execution. So that's been toned down. Your primary slash should still feel more powerful to everybody. And I think the last thing we changed was the auto aim for both.
It had too much magnetism, so we kind of run in the cone. So it still will help you get to your enemy because melee in an online game is really hard. To sort of make feel good, but it's not as drastic. And this is all born out of, somebody had a really good comment about the punishment time when you slam on the axe and you can't get it out of the ground.
Right.
And so it was like, okay, well, we don't have the time right now to adjust the animation. We will. None of this is like, oh, we can't do it. It's just that we want to do
as quick as
possible first to see if that fixes it. So this was designed to say, okay, well, yeah, the punishment is bad, but if you connect with it now, it might be worth the risk for you. And then the last thing was the lucky bastard got some range adjustments.
Range adjustments. It's been nerfed a little bit. It was a little too OP. You could basically snipe people from half a level away.
Oh, with the red.
With the red.
Yeah, so there's two ranges. There's the range for the normal shots, and there's ranges for the red.
Right.
And the red you were able to do, halfway across the level and get 40 points of damage, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
So that's been addressed, and then the last thing is we made it drain, the juice drains a little bit slower when you dash. So people can dash a little bit more often before they run the juice. So that's what we did last night, that's what Vera put in last night, and that's what should be live, if not now, in the next couple of minutes or next 20 minutes. So please play it, please let us know if it's better or worse. Should we talk about what we feel? No. Maybe, yes?
Really?
It plays different. Different. No, not better or worse, but it plays different, right?
It plays. Can I say more balanced? Can I say that?
But I don't. But obviously, and I know you know this, but feel free to say "fuck you." That's wrong. It's shit. Because we need to know that. But yes, your take, personal take.
For my personal take is I don't like the Call of Duty style one-shot sort of kill mentality that a lot of those game modes seem to bring to the table. With the changes we've made, we've kind of evened the playing ground and made some changes to make it feel more like a tactical fighting game that really engages you in moment to moment. The time to death is a little slower, but I think that really helps emphasize your choices and allows you to think about the counters that you can do, about what weapons you actually want to come in with. So for me, during the playtest that we did this morning with this, and we played a fair amount of games.
We did.
It instantly feels much better for me personally.
Okay. Let us know. And thank you for watching this very long video. We appreciate it. Hopefully you'll like the tuning and all right, see you.